Slavery is an unfortunate part of our history, dating back as far as 6800 BC. And back then, people were enslaved for many different reasons, including debt, war, being born into a slave family, child abandonment, and punishment for a crime. And as you can imagine, the life of a slave was not great. They basically were forced to work, and in return, they got the basics. They got food, shelter, and clothing. But luckily in this day and age, slavery is pretty much dead. Or is it? Nowadays, we spend a lot of our lives working, and in return for that work, we get a paycheck. And with that paycheck, we buy food, shelter, and clothing. And for a lot of people out there, after buying those basic things, there's not a whole lot of money left. So what we've really done is we've introduced a middleman called currency, but the net result for a lot of people is actually the same. If we do manage to save a little bit of money after covering off the basics, then there are endless temptations as to how we can actually go about spending that money, and even money that we don't have. Things like personal loans, car loans, credit cards, they're all products designed to keep us in the slave lifestyle. Now, obviously, this is a dramatized and somewhat unrealistic comparison to make between traditional slavery and the modern slavery that I'm talking about, because our standard of living in developed countries is significantly higher than what it was previously. And also we have a lot more options. So we can decide what we do for work, who we work for, when we work, all those kinds of things. And most importantly, we have the ability to control our cash flow to build surplus income to break the cycle. Also, please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. This is not about employee versus employer. An employer or someone who runs a business is in equally the same situation, only their master is the consumer, not the employer. This is really about the individual taking control of their finances, building up some surplus assets which they can use in order to create financial freedom. Financial freedom for me means that I get to live life on my own terms. So really this means that I can live where I want, go where I want, and do what I want, and I'm not restricted by money. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I won't work. I actually really enjoy working, but I want to work by choice and not obligation. The price tag to achieve financial freedom is unique to every single person because it depends on how much you need to spend in order to live your desired lifestyle and what age you want to achieve financial freedom by. And that's why I don't like it when people throw around arbitrary numbers like you need $1 million to achieve financial freedom, because it is too generalized and it doesn't necessarily suit everyone's situation. As someone who's fascinated by the idea of building an asset base which is going to replace your earned income, I have basically devoted my whole career to the art of building wealth. And what I've learned so far is that there is no one-size-fits-all approach. And unfortunately, majority of people won't actually achieve financial freedom. Now, this is not because they don't have the capacity. It's generally because they don't have the understanding of basic money principles, or they're not willing to put in the work to do so. Let's face it, achieving financial freedom is hard. On the journey, you're going to have to make sacrifices, work hard, push yourself outside of your comfort zone, and truly believe that you can be in the minority of people that achieve this high level of financial success. But just remember, in life, nothing worth having comes easy. I mean, everyone would like a six-pack of abs, but very few people are willing to train hard enough and restrict their diet in order to have it. A lot of people out there would love to build a business, but few people are willing to take the risk and uncertainty that come with building a business. And it's the same with building your wealth. It's going to be difficult. You can definitely choose the easy life. So you can get a cruisy job. When you come home, you can watch some TV. You can spend your surplus cash flow on some of life's luxuries. And in general, you're going to have a pretty cruisy, comfortable lifestyle. But if you want to be in the minority of people that achieve a high level of financial success, then you have to be willing to do what the majority of people aren't. This is going to involve educating yourself on the money principles and truly understanding how money works, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, taking risks, working hard, and making sacrifices when you need to. You're going to have to want it so much that it becomes an obsession. So once you've made the commitment to yourself that you want to achieve financial freedom and be in the minority that do so, then the journey can begin. And you'll probably find along the way that you start to enjoy the journey because you're building something that is worthwhile having, something that is going to change your life and the life of the people around you. Every time you see your net asset position increase, every time you get $1 of passive income, every time you track where you are and realize you're a little bit closer to that financial freedom is going to be a small win. And those small wins are going to compound into a big win, which is the financial independence. Achieving financial freedom is definitely not unattainable. I've worked with many clients that have successfully done it. I'm on the journey to do it myself. So if you want to be on that path as well, don't make excuses, just go out there and do what you need to do in order to get it done. And the earlier you can start, the better off you're gonna be because it can take time and you do need compounding on your side. But that's it for me today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one.